beyond conversations to, well, actionable activities or investment. Let's dwell a bit on that. So we're sure it's not just a talk, meet and talk program that Delta State did. And before the program, we did have the managing director and Chief Executive Officer of Delta Special Economic Zone join us. So let's find out from him how much success, gains, and expectations we can have following that summit. We have Dr. Godwin Agbovie joining us again. Dr. Agbovie, good morning. Welcome back to the program.
Today, Lady Timmy, it's nice seeing you once again.
Yeah, and I'm sure you had both fun and a lot of business in those 3 days. Share with us your experience.
Yes, the summary of the 3 days is that Delta State is placed as a safe, serious investment destination for Nigerian, for the overseas, abroad investors, those who have created time to come, those who are still expected to come. We're expecting so many of them, not only Brazil and Chinese, we're expecting the United Nations ambassadors. They were here after the 3 days. The United States investors were here after the 3 days. We just took case to them to let them know that Delta State is a destination for investment. We are safe, the roads are good, the lands are there, the host community are there. It's interesting to know that people don't know that. It's interesting to know that a straight road from Asaba to Warri is 179 kilometer dual road, straight, no pothole, not one pothole. And middle of that road is where we have Kwale Free Trade Zone. It's interesting to know that agriculture, we have Delta State is about 176 kilometers square, and out of this, 40% of it is water. And 40% of water means we have the capacity to produce fish for the whole Africa. Nigerians do not know this. We showcase this. Our governor went extra mile to assemble world-class quality resource personnel. Those who roll out the figures without, polishing it. And they commend the governor, they commend the state that we are ready for business. We're ready for business. Blue economy is there. Apart from the blue economy, the special economic zone, I said it in one of our meetings that special economic zone Delta is the only state that has 2 free trade zones. One on land, the other one very close to the seaport. Seaport is part of it.
Dr. Agbovie, before you go further, and your answer also speaks to one of the things that Professor Lumumba said, that it seems like in Africa, when we talk about investors, we do not remember our core Africans. You just talked about the UK and Brazil and all of that. I didn't hear you mention an African country. Perhaps we need to replay the track of Professor Lumumba so that we will remember that we also have investors on the continent.
You see, it's unfortunate that we undermine our own. The truth of the matter is that there's nothing a British, a Brazilian, a Chinese is bringing that Olumelu did not bring. Olumelu has what it takes, and it was there. Gemovia has what it takes to be an investor. They were all part of this. These are Nigerians, these are Deltans that are ready to put in $500 million, $1 billion in agri, in blue sea business, in economy, in the Delta Special Economic Zone business. They're ready to put in $1 billion. But see, we can, pardon our brother, Patrick, he was speaking as a friend, but he doesn't have all the data. If a Nigerian, a Delta can bring in $500 million and put it in a business in Delta, Olumelu told us that he has enough power for the state. That we're only thinking of going to the next stage, which means distribution and transmission. That's really is not a Chinese, it's not a Brazil, it's not. These are people who are Nigerians who are ready to do business with us in Delta State.
And Dr. Kunjewela talked about the potential in the blue economy. I know you also mentioned that, but it would be interesting to know. It seems like a low-hanging fruit. If Nigeria is importing about $1 billion of seafood and fish every year, and we have the waters, as you mentioned, it would seem like a low-hanging fruit, and that quick action needs to be taken to produce more from those waters to reduce the import bill that we have even in seafood and fish.
Yeah, that's why the state governor is Excellency Borori is encouraging everyone to go into that business, and he has put in place $100 million to risk any risk that come out of it. $100 million. You see, after this summit, you will see a lot. A lot is going to happen. We see Deltans who are saying, wow, so we can do this. Nigerians are coming to say, we didn't know we can do this. We can. We can produce enough fish for this country, not just this country, for Africa, from Delta State.
So how will the $100 million be used? The de-risking, what's the strategy? How's that going to work? Who's going to be able to benefit from it?
Okay. How it works is an investor comes in with $10 million, $1 million, $2 million, put into fish factory, cool room, storage, all sort of, and take insurance policy to cover this risk, and to back up the insurance policy, the state government is putting in place $100 million too. So in real sense of it, apart from the natural disaster, human-made skill disaster is taken care of to some extent. So you are sure of your $1 million coming to the blue sea or marine or fish production. You are sure that if you do everything that need to be done as a professional, you get your money back. And for any reason, if something happen along the line, the insurance company will stand in the gap, believing that there is a discrete fund that will be put in place by the government. So we will cover almost all the loopholes. Just encourage the investors to come in, and they are ready to come in.
All right, and we saw Malaysia there. They already indicated interest in the palm oil sector, even though they also have a booming one. Any ideas how that's going to work? What part are they interested in? How are we working together with them?
Yeah. I mean, you see the Malaysian ambassador. I mean, you should know that ambassador does not move alone. He came in with all his professionals, most of his professionals. In our deal room, we had meetings with them, and they told us, look, we are coming here with skill, technology, and we're not just coming with the necessary skill, necessary technology. We are coming here with the intention of training your people and transfer this skill, transfer this technology. It may interest you that the governor makes sure that each of the local government, we have 25, each of the local government has one technical school. That is, when you finish your school, you go there and go to the area of specialization. You are not just going there to learn sociology, learn biology. No, you go there to learn practical agricultural things, practical furniture things, practical fishery production thing. You become an extension service. We are able to put in place that, so that our young ones will not only be taken care of, so that when the investors are talking professionally, our young ones have the idea of what they are saying, and they quickly catch up.
So it does sound like you had a very bountiful conversation and action plan from the summit, but I believe in the coming days we should hear more good news implemented after the meeting.
You can count on our governor and his cabinet. We foresee things. We are proactive. Our governor is head bent in leaving oil allocation driven economy. Is more interested in the private industrialization driven economy. He said, look, we will create jobs, not thousands, millions of jobs. And he believed the small scale industry will do this. And the only way, or one of the way to encourage small scale industry is to provide the land and provide the skill, provide the technology, and support them with this risk policy.
All right, Dr. Akbobia, maybe I will even quit my job and come and start a business in Delta State also.
I've invited you before, I'm inviting you now.
Yeah,
Please come.
me again. Okay.
The social economic zone is there.
Yeah.
Where once you are there, most of your item, most of your factory production, most of your input is except from taxes. And when you calculate the money you save from taxes, it's a lot. Then the raw material you need, which is the gas. I've said it, Nigeria has 215 trillion gas reservation, out of which 80 trillion is in Delta, out of which 15 trillion is in the Kwale. So you save so much money from piping, lay pipe, you save so much money from taking it, just plug and play from the source. So we're encouraging as many as possible investors to come. Your money is safe here. Your expatriates are with us.
All right.
Forward.
All right.
The state is very safe.
All right. Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Delta Special Economic Zone, Dr. Godwin Akbobia, thank you for your time and congratulations as you end your summit.
Thank you so much, but don't forget we still have 4 port too. We have 4 port waiting for investors to come in.
All right, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, God bless. Thank you for coming on the program.